Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. It is not a very beautiful morning, but it is a wonderful morning. I get another chance to live another day. And I want to show my appreciation for it. Here we go. So, I've been thinking about this again. That have you ever wanted something really, really bad? And you say to yourself, once I get this thing, I will finally feel happy. I will finally feel the joys of having it. You know, it's not just a thing. It can be a relationship. It could be something expensive you bought on Amazon and it take forever to get delivered. Or it's a nice piece of jewelry or something you've been saving for. I think I've talked about this before. I'm gonna say it again. Because I think it's important. Very, very important. Things that we don't think about very often. You know, it's always once I get that vacation, I'll feel happy. So, like now, I'm not giving myself permission to be even content with the way I am right now because I keep on telling me that the happiness, the fulfillment, the sense of completion is not here, not now, but it's once I get those things, once I get married, once I get the house, once I get the car. But remember, you've been down this road before. And guess what happened? That's where you are now. You know, if you're listening to this and you're like an adult and you own your own car or your own place, remember those days when you wanted the car, you wanted the new clothes, the presents, you want it. You waiting, you keep on waiting and say, oh, until I turn 16 or 18, I'll finally get a driver license and I'll finally have my own car. And it would be amazing. It would be fucking amazing and life would be great forever after. I mean, I'm talking about myself personally, because who do I, what do I know to tell people what to do, I'm not even telling anyone what to do. I'm just talking to myself like a lunatic. But what I'm saying is that certain things, once you have it, they kind of lose its value. Not because the thing loses its value itself. Oh, sorry. But it's because we stop giving it the value it deserves. You get what I'm saying? It's like the car that I parked down there on the parking lot. I used to dream of that car. I used to sleep and think about that car every night, wishing that I could have it, I could find it, and I could finally buy it. And here I am. Been driving it for 3 years now. And I don't have that craving anymore. I don't have that feeling about the cars anymore because I already have it. And now it's like I'm giving myself the choice not to value the car as much as I used to anymore, because I already have it. I choose to give it less value than it deserves. And I'm not talking about just car, but it can play out in everything else. Relationships, friendships, family, careers, money, fame, everything, anything you could think of. Really, because sometimes if you think about when it comes to relationship, like when you want to get that person number, you want to take them out on a date, it would be awesome. And it would be great if you could be girlfriend, boyfriend, yes. And now, yes, it would be great to get married. Yes. And then we get married, and then guess what? What next? I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. But I just have that feeling, like once we have certain things, we keep on looking forward for the next things. And we forgot to enjoy what we already have. Because it's hard to appreciate the things that we already have. The things that in front of us right now, staring at us in the face. Because guess what? Our brains like the things that we don't have, the things that we look forward to. Somewhere else we'd rather be. Something else we'd rather have. We don't realize how lucky we are to have these things. Things that are staring at us right in the face. These very things are the things that I once wished for. At one point in the past, I was dying, wishing I could have these things. And now I have it, right at my fingertip, holding it in my hand, laying it next to me every single night, laying next to me every night. But I chose to give it less value than it deserves, because it's already mine. And maybe it's because the world that we live in is just full of abundance. So many options, so many things out there that we think that, oh, that could be better. That could be better. So you unconsciously giving these things less value than it deserves. And at the end of the day, it's all about how we look at things, how we choose to give it value, and how we choose to accept the life we have. I know it sounds silly, right? Very silly. But what if the best part is not getting that thing in the end? Not reaching the summit. and get to the top of the very mountain. But it's about the climb. It's about the pursuit, the progress, the middle part, where we choose to not give ourselves the permission to feel content and grateful for where we are right now, because we keep telling ourselves that there is a finish line down that road. This road that we are on right now, the path that we're taking, there is a fucking finish line right there, down there. You will find your fucking happiness, contentment, fulfillment, or any sense of completion down there, down that road. Down at the end of that finish line. You won't find it here right now. You gotta keep going. And I feel like that's the mentality that I've been living with. You know, trying to chase the next thing, and the next things, and the next thing. And I don't realize how lucky I am to have that car. That one thing that I once wished for, that now I have in my possession. I have it so long that I forgot to give it more value and credit than it deserves. And realize that everything that I'm wanting right now, everything that I don't have, any things I don't have yet, and the things that I want, and I keep on telling myself unconsciously that once I have those things, I will finally feel happy. So I'm not giving myself permission to feel that right now. So I'd rather be somewhere else than here. But I'm slowly realizing that those things that I want right now, eventually they will become that car. Just like that car. You know? Because that's just the way I am. Always putting it, finding the next things, chasing the next goals, and not realizing and appreciate the things I already have, the goals that I have already reached. Not seeing the beauty in these things I already have now. It's weird, right? It's a weird feeling because you already have it, and it no longer holds as much value as it used to be anymore. It's weird. And I think that's the hard part to think about, because our brain is hardwired to chase the next thing, you know, to be better every day. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think what's wrong is that we forgot the things that we once wished for, that we now have. We no longer appreciate them. We no longer look at them the same way we used to anymore. Because we keep on telling ourselves better things are ahead, better things are somewhere else. But little did you know, they're staring at you right in the face right now. And I think we don't realize that until they're gone for good. Yes, you won't realize it until they're gone for good. I've been there so many times. but it's hard to accept it, you know? And if you ever lose a loved one, you know what it's like, you know? This reminds me of my sister. Three years ago, we were fighting in the car. I was driving her to the hospital. You know, just some petty, real dumb sibling conversation. But I was being petty. I was mad at her. We didn't even talk for an entire day. I was being petty. But I was there with her in the hospital every day. I can still remember her face. Yeah, but you don't know how much they mean to you until they're gone. They're gone for good. And I've never say to her I love her. It's not a thing that we always do. And I'm jealous of people from the West. They say I love you before they hang up the phone, before they say goodbye, before they go anywhere. I guess we're too awkward to say those three letters. Those three words, So I never get the chance to say that. And but I know she knows. She knows I love her. I'm sure she knows. But I just wanted to say it. But I'm glad, I believe things happen for a reason. If it weren't for her passing away, maybe this podcast would never even exist. And maybe her death was meant for something. It was not for nothing at all, If it weren't for her, I don't think I would ever have this podcast. I would never gone down this road. I would have probably stayed at the safe job and taken the software engineering career, and now I'm just probably sitting in the office typing codes right now. But here I am. But let's go back to what I was talking about. Especially the people in your life that you treasure. But they're still here, they're still alive. So you take them for granted. Sometimes you argue with them and then you get mad and you don't talk with them for a long time. You refuse, you let your ego get the best of you. But then imagine one day all of a sudden something happened and they're gone for good. Just like that 3 years ago, I've learned a fucking lesson for life. And it's hard to sit here and okay, now I'm gonna go and appreciate my family and say I love them and all that. It's hard. But you can only learn it once they're gone. And that's the hard part. And sometimes dreams are great, nightmare about losing people in your life, and you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, that wasn't real. I lost my family in the dream, but now I woke up and they're still here. But you have a taste. You have a taste of what it's like to lose people. To missing people in your life and wishing that you could have them back even just one day, even just 1 minute, just to talk to them. It's just 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute, so I need. And here you are, have all the time in the world you can spend with them, but you don't want to because they're still here. It hasn't gone yet. So I just wanted to talk about it today. It just to enjoy this moment. Just enjoy today. Enjoy the things that are staring at you in the face. The things you once wished you have, and now you have it. The things that you already have for a long time. And you slowly forgotten to give it the value it deserves. Because you have it for so long. But the good way to know if it is the right things to focus on is imagine what life would be like without it, without that person, without that object, without whatever it is that you're thinking of. If life without them, how would it feel? And I think that's when you know the value of that thing. It's like I'm literally teaching myself a lesson right now because this is exactly what I needed to hear. Fuck. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.